Yes guys, and welcome back to LS Racing. So today, it's not just a voiceover and me driving a go-kart, it's actually a vlog in a way. So you see my actual face now. I don't think you guys have seen my face unless you watch Anders Lad and Dad go-karting, because you guys will have seen me a bit on there. They should have a Preston video out soon, which I am in quite a bit, because it was only me and Jake there. But today, it is a Q&A. So on my Instagram, you guys wanted to know specific questions, and I said I would give you guys the answers if you went into my Instagram poll, which is still on there now. It should be, so I might do a part 2 at some point, but I'm going to be answering what actually happens when you're a 15-year-old karting driver. There's not much else I can say. Let's get into it and see what you guys wanted to know. I'm going to do this while walking around my house because I feel like I have something to do, but I just don't. So, first question, if I'm right, yes, it's from HG Photography. Now, HG, great photos by the way, big fan. HG asks, how long have you been karting for? So, I started karting at Team Sport Warrington in February 2024, and yeah, I've been in there for about a year now. I still love to go up to Warrington once in a while just to see my old friends and the old marshals that I used to see on a weekly basis. But obviously, we can't go there every week because, as you will know if you do karting, karting is a really expensive sport. So obviously, we can't always afford to go to Team Sport, but we like to go there once in a while just to kind of, you know, say hi to people, catch up with old friends and people we've met during the time we've been in karting. It's great, you know. But yeah, to answer your question, HG, I've been karting for a total of 1 year. Next question is from CJ Karting, who, by the way, you sent me a really nice message not that long ago. So I really appreciate that. That was in my Instagram DMs. I'm gonna put the GoPro here for a minute while we're in the kitchen. But his question was, what is your favourite moment you've had in karting? Now, for me, there is a few. There is quite a few, you know. But as of recently, my favourite karting moment has to be joining X-Kart. I mean, it was huge for me. It showed that I'd made that transformation, and it showed that I kind of had the talent to be there. Joining X-Kart was like being welcomed into a family kind of thing, you know. And I can't rate these guys enough. X-Kart's a wonderful team, wonderful family. But yeah, to answer your question, CJ, which is a really good one by the way, my favourite moment since joining karting, or since starting karting, has been joining the X-Kart team. Next question is from Chris. So Chris has asked, when does the season start? Now, the season could be depending on what championship you're doing, it could be how many races you're doing, but based off me and my dad's current plan and what the team have been able to get us to do, we are planning to be at Rowra for round 1 of the Super 1 Championship. That is on the 5th and 6th of April. So if you are at Rowra on the 5th and 6th of April, you will most likely see us there, hopefully. That'll be big for us, I think. Be definitely big for me because Super 1's a huge championship. But it'll be good experience, and it's the championship that we're planning to do this year. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys at Rowra. Next question we have is from the great racer himself, Lewis Smart, who has asked, how did you make the jump from rental karting, that being Team Sport Warrington, and all the other rentals, to owner karting, which is obviously Junior Rotax, joining the X-Kart team, stuff like that. And to be honest, it all came very quickly, but I think I kind of realised for my career I had to adapt to it. And we did have a plan when it came to what we were going to do for 2025, but obviously joining X-Kart kind of switched us around a bit. So the plan was to do Club 100. We were going to do Academy Days with Club, and then we were hopefully going to be doing their races and their championship for that year. But then we did a test day with X-Kart at Hooton. I'll shove some pictures on there somewhere. But we did a test day with X-Kart, and not much else to say apart from X-Kart wanted us to join them for the season, which I'm still absolutely honoured about. That's it really. We've just been trying to get out in the car as much as possible. Obviously, you might have seen me at Hooton, you might have seen it on my socials that I've been at Hooton quite a bit, but that's it really. It just came with practice and, in a way, the right people being at the right place at the right time kind of thing, you know? But that's a really good question. Next question is from BH Karting, and BH has asked, did you expect to get into outdoor karting so quickly in your journey? Now, I chose this one up next because this kind of links to Lewis's question. Now, like I said, we were planning to go and do Club 100 for the season, which would have still been good, but in a way, it was like making the jump was still a bit weird to me. But I did expect to make the jump, not necessarily the junior road tax jump, but we still wanted to make that jump because we knew that team sport was starting to get a bit repetitive and it was the same races every week. We wanted to be racing in a championship where we could win trophies and race outdoors, fight weather conditions kind of thing, you know, kind of like getting me used to being a proper racer kind of thing. So we were expecting to make the jump, but I think, like I said in Lewis's, plans changed, but in a way plans changed for the better. Next up we have a question from Arthur, and this is about buying karting gear. So he asked, is it better to buy a suit in person or online? Now, this depends as well on where you live area wise. Obviously different areas will have different stuff. Obviously motorbike gear is still technically allowed in karting, it just depends what you get. As long as it's like fireproof if you're doing outdoors, because obviously the crashing and stuff like that, the dangers of karting. But if I were you, depending on where you are, I would recommend going to somewhere. For example, if you're near Wales, go Demon Tweaks, because that is, there's no promotion intended here, but Demon Tweaks is the best place to go. I think it's definitely a place where you can get all your karting gear, all your helmets, and they are a really reliable place. I've got all my gear from Demon Tweaks. Obviously, the only part we haven't got from Demon Tweaks is our race suits, which I'm not on about the one you usually see in my videos, which is the black and red, I think it's Thunder Sparko suit. We did get that from Demon Tweaks. But what suit I'm on about is, wait, this, which is my X-Kart suit. It just came in the other day, yesterday actually, came in yesterday, and I'm buzzing to get this out on track. It's such a nice suit, courtesy of Freem and obviously the X-Kart team. I'm loving the suit, to be fair. But yeah, to answer your question, I'd recommend going to somewhere to try gear on, because if you get it online, the measurements might be wrong and stuff like that. But yeah. And finally, the last question is from Jamie Crampton. Now, he's asking, how much is an X-Kart experience day? Now, depending on your browser, obviously based off what phone, if you go on your local browser and you search X-Kart Experience Day, there should be a link on the X-Kart website, which I'll show here. I'll screen record it on my phone and I'll put it there. But if you go on there, you should have all the prices. Obviously there's insurance, and there is, if you need gloves, a helmet or boots or stuff like that, X-Kart can supply that for you if you don't have it already. But I couldn't recommend these experience days enough. It's what I did when I first started out in junior road tax, and it was a great day. I had Louis Harvey there as my driver coach, and it was just an unreal day, to be fair. It was a good weather at Hooton. I'll find some clips and I'll find a picture, which I'll also put here once the clip of the screen recording's expired. But from what I know, it reaches up to about £500. Yes guys, welcome back. Ignore the fact that the lighting looks different, ignore the fact that I look different. It's because this is now 2 days later, so my GoPro died, and then we got more questions, so I'm now recording the rest of this and putting it in the video. So we'll just get back to flow. So, next question is from AJ Orlando, who's a friend of mine actually. So cheers for the question, AJ. But do you ever get burnt out and or demotivated, and how would you overcome it and push forward? Now, this is quite a common question because obviously I'm a racer and it's a very physical sport. So every karter has challenges realistically, whether that be financially, mentally, physically. And as someone who's had a lot of that, like truly speaking, I've had all of them in a way. I've had the mental battles, I've had the physical battles, and it's just about setting them goals for yourself, setting personal goals, like in a way complimenting yourself as well, but once you achieve them goals, actually being proud of yourself for achieving them kind of thing, you know, like if I was in a race and I was like, oh, I just need to get these last 5 minutes of the race done, I get them done, and I go to myself like, I don't know, well done, you got that race done, on to the next one kind of thing. It's just setting yourself them little goals in your mind that you can just keep on following, and that just doesn't go for me. I'm sure a lot of racers themselves do it, especially if they have anxiety or something like that. But if you aren't using this, I couldn't recommend it enough. It really does work, and it's helped me quite a bit through my karting journey. Right, so this is one of our final questions. I can't I can't pronounce the name, I'm so sorry, but how do you balance a karting career with going to school? Now, anyone who knows me personally will know I'm in my last year of school. I'm year 11. I'm currently in the mock exam process, so we're getting that done as well. But I mean, there's not much I can say really. In a way, I kind of balance it, but I don't, if you get what I mean. Like, realistically thinking, I am just a normal 15-year-old. Like, I live the same life as everyone else. I don't get noticed in public, thank God. But I'm just as normal as everyone else, apart from the fact that I race go-karts. And I mean, obviously I have stuff like I do revision sometimes. Well, I have to nowadays. But it's just balancing the revision through my free time, obviously. Sometimes I'll be busy on race weekends, so I won't revise then because I'll be focused and I'll be thinking of that race weekend. But it's just using that free time wisely kind of thing, like, oh, I've got a maths test tomorrow, let me revise for maths. But I wouldn't say I balance it, I'd say I'm just a normal 15-year-old, you know. But it's a really good question actually. I think that's one of the best questions we've had so far. Right guys, that is it. All of the questions are done. I can't thank you guys enough. The questions were absolutely amazing, to be fair, for the first time doing something like this. It was nice to show my face as well. But yeah, thank you as well for the support recently, because we've gained quite a few subscribers. We're up to 173 by the time of me recording this. This is on a Friday, so this is probably Friday night or Saturday when it comes out. But yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for the incredible support recently. We are gaining followers like crazy on Instagram. We're up to 1,430 something now. But yeah, don't forget, we are on TikTok, obviously Instagram like I just said, and we are now also on Sponsor Driven. So if you guys would like to do anything to help us and support us, we would appreciate it so much. And obviously we'll do what Anders Landon at Go Karting did. We'll mention you guys in our posts, in our videos, you know, just a little cameo kind of thing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the support so much. Thank you to anyone who asked us questions, and I will see you guys hopefully very soon. Right, bye bye.